What's good, y'all? It's the Demouchets react, and we're back with another video. Who we got today, C?
Today we're back with another American reaction. So excited about this video. If you're new to us
and we're new to you,
make sure you scroll down, hit that subscribe button, and turn on the post notification bell
because we're on the road to 200K.
And we cannot get there without you guys, alright? Join the family. Without further ado, let's get into the video.
Let's get it.
I am raising a child in statistically one of the happiest countries in the world, and here are some of the reasons that I think Denmark always falls on these lists. First is the emphasis on work-life balance. A full work week here is 37 hours. Overtime is not common or expected in most industries, and the legal minimum paid vacation is 5 weeks. It is incredibly important in Danish culture to be able to connect with your friends, your family, and the community, and you have to have time off work to be able to do that. Next is that there is a very strong social safety net in Denmark. There is universal health care, subsidized education, and an incredible 52 weeks of paid parental leave split between the parents. This greatly reduces daily stress and financial instability, which in turn allows people to focus on their well-being rather than survival. And the last thing I'll mention in this video is that there's just a high level of trust among community members in Denmark. Crime rates are really low here compared to other places, and that makes people who live here feel very secure. And having peace of mind in everyday life with all of these things combined leads to happiness and contentment. I absolutely love living here, and as I say all the time, I feel so blessed to be able to call Denmark my home.
Let's talk about that.
Okay.
Because y'all know we have been talking about this topic for years on the channel, and there will be people from the United States who may say, oh, but I don't want the government doing this and doing this and doing this. I think when countries have social programs that are set up for the benefit of their people to succeed in life, everything, all of the drama that we go through comes down. Crime rate down. Marriages, well, you know, some countries don't like marriage. They don't really care for marriages like that.
Yeah.
But children are raised in healthy environments. Like,
no,
it's just better for everybody.
It does work better for everybody. We have no reason to be no one else's business. You know what I'm saying? Because ours is taken care of.
Yes, exactly.
And then if you're still miserable after that, then I think you need mental checkups.
Yeah, and they have that.
Wow.
It's available.
Look at that. No excuses.
They're not sending the people back on the street, although they know the people really need help.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
It works out for you then.
I love Italy. There's no doubt about it. That doesn't change some of the things moving here being extremely frustrating. And I think probably the most difficult so far has been the Italian bureaucracy. I'm probably saying that wrong for sure. But in a very close second, if not more, is the public school system. But the administration of the school has been impossible. And I don't know if it's just like this specific school that we're in that's that way, or if the school system in general. But we're in a small town in southern Italy, and so we knew there would be some challenges, and that's why we didn't go to Calabria, where my family is, because it's even like more traditional, less infrastructure, and so that's why we came here first. But they don't understand that the kids came from a new country and that there needs to be some patience in them understanding and learning the language. And so it's been a real struggle this year for the kids for sure, especially our middle school kids. The elementary school kids are coming along faster, but the middle school kids are taking a little bit longer to adapt, which we kind of expected, not only for their learning styles, but also just because they're a little older. They're 11, almost 12, and we knew it would take them a little longer. But the school in general, there's no support in terms of teaching them Italian. The teachers from the very beginning were like, oh, they're not learning, they're not listening, they're not speaking. And I'm like, yeah, they don't know the language yet. And so that part has been a little stressful. That's the other thing. 2 of our kids are in elementary school, the same school. 2 of our kids are in middle school, the same school. They don't get out at the same time when there's like assemblies. I've had days where all 4 kids start at a different time, and I've had days where all 4 kids get out at a different time because of assemblies that the teachers have to go to, and they base it off of the individual class. So 2 of our boys are in the same grade of middle school but different classes. They might start and get out at different times if their teachers have different like appointments at the assembly. So it's definitely wild, and I think that's been a big culture shock for us, where there's structure and consistency with the American school system that just doesn't exist here. And so when I started this channel, I told you guys I would tell you the good, bad, and the ugly, and today is just one of those days.
Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, it could be that location, but just for the whole hemisphere up there, like people are able to walk up in schools and just check out their shit, the kids for the most part. It's not no confusion with that.
Right.
Compared to here, you would have to go through, pulling teeth and making sure you are who you say you are,
Right.
some identification,
and even
everything.
Yeah, even at a certain time, after a certain time, you can't check them out, even if
True.
you are
Even
their
if
parent.
Yep, you can't
Yeah.
check them out of school. Ooh, that's crazy.
So I don't remember which country in Europe this was that we was watching. What you was talking about, they could just go in and take their child.
They can.
I don't
yep.
remember which country, but she did say they're in a small town. Now I can see, the frustration with the times, but I can see, they do need to have patience with a child coming from a whole different country, having to learn a whole different language.
Yeah, school's got a big responsibility when it comes to being patient. And what I don't understand is we know there's not enough time in the day for them to learn everything.
Right.
But y'all take a curriculum and then y'all rush through it without really making, singling out certain kids so they can actually learn the stuff. Because not everybody gonna catch up.
Right. Now, I think that would be, that's good information for people who would want to move to a country that speaks a totally different language than us. I'm speaking to the Americans, like French or Spanish. Maybe start learning the language before you leave.
Put it on the radio.
Everywhere.
Everywhere.
I don't know if this is a Europe thing or like specific to Netherlands thing, but one thing I've noticed since moving here is the independence of kids from a very early age. I'm talking like 6, 7, 8-year-olds biking a 20-minute bike ride to school without parents, or walking into stores, no parents, or ordering at a terrace cafe, no parents. I've seen kids in Amsterdam, 10, 12 years old, on a bus, navigating the city center like pros, better than I could ever do, alone, without parents. And like just now, I sent my 8 and 10-year-old to the store to get something that I had forgotten for lunch. And I wouldn't dream of sending my kids to the grocery store alone in the States. I wouldn't even send them to like the gas station down the street by themselves, or really the park in the neighborhood by themselves. And I'm so curious, like, is this place as safe as it seems? Or are Dutch parents just way less anxious than we are as Americans? Is it both? Am I crazy for letting my kids go to the store by themselves? I don't think I'm quite ready to let them bike to school yet alone, maybe a year or two with that. But my kids are thoroughly enjoying this independence, and like their 2-minute walk to the grocery store is so much fun for them.
I heard that. We're gonna stop right there. Make sure you guys check them out.
Love that. Okay, love that for them, because times have changed.
Yeah.
When we were growing up, we did so much by ourselves. We took care of ourselves. Basically, we was the latchkey kids too. We was raised by them, and we became them. I remember, grocery shopping. My grandmother would send me to the store with what she needed. I would get it. That was during the time where we could buy cigarettes with a note from our parents.
Yeah.
But the laws have changed here, and we are anxious here because of everything that happens. And I just feel like the society does have a responsibility to eradicate all of our worries that we go through now. And they can when they get back to that.
And another way of saying that they need to pay attention to the next generation.
Yeah.
That's how our babies coming up.
Yeah.
They're gonna walk around and they're gonna either trust y'all or they're gonna know not to trust y'all.
Right.
Based off what happens to them. And right now, the climate we in, y'all teaching them not to trust nobody.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So do y'all still care about the next generation to the extent where it's like, I want to see kids be able to walk to the store without having to think twice?
Mm-hmm. And that's why we're starting to see, I forgot what the name of it is. But that's why we're starting to see communities, like housing developments, they're creating, they buy this plot of land, they build houses all in it, they have their own post office, they have their own libraries, little stores, little shops, little entertainment centers. That's why we're seeing that, like in places like Texas.
Yeah, that's why I was gonna mention that's in
They
Texas.
do happen in Lake Charles. Remember when we was?
We did see that. Yeah.
They was, but oh, we need to go see how it came out.
Yeah, they were still doing some building. It was like done looking, but I know they still had a lot more stuff that was doing.
Yeah, people had to move in.
Yeah.
So we're starting to see those now because people miss that. People miss, having everything near them and their children being able to, navigate the neighborhood by themselves. So
yeah, that's how it should be though. They should be able to do that.
Yeah. Hope you guys enjoyed this video with us. Be sure to subscribe. We'll see you soon.
Peace.